Hey, it's WWM, and I got another great video. We're going to do top 10 hits for KVK.
All right, I'm excited to be with you again.
And this isn't necessarily top hits, and this is in no particular order.
What you drinking?
This is coffee with Bailey's.
All
Hey,
right.
and I just want to mention, I know I get a lot of entries, and I'm sorry I don't get to everybody. Kind of, use some people that I haven't used before, but some people are kind of reoccurring, and I just happen to use them.
And as always, you've dashed my dreams by wiping out the name of the poor Viking who's been crushed.
Oh, we got some good ones this time, too, guys.
All right.
So, started off. All right, we got 126 million versus the 222 million. And he whops this guy for 50 million.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, and he doesn't lose any T4 or T5s. He has very little T5s he's actually attacking with. This right here was a total catching somebody without their hero in the castle.
Oh, it was just the hero. I was going to say, what happened here? How's he doing this to a guy at twice his size?
Yeah, this was just, obviously he caught this guy without a hero in his castle and just whipped him pretty good. Or his hero was in resource mode or something like that.
KVK, not the right time to send your hero out looking for berries.
That's right. No berry picking. All right, next we have Zero. And this one is just a good solid hit with some T5s. He's maxed at 224 and totally obliterates this guy's T5s and a whole bunch of T4s. Nice,
so what's the explanation here? That you got an attacker who I should know what he's attacking.
Yeah, so this was at a resource tile. Yeah, a lumber or whatever that is, a stone or whatever. And so the 1-0 had his troops there, and this other guy decided to attack and just gets destroyed.
So basically, he just had no clue what he was doing. Didn't know.
So Zero, well, he does. Zero was defending, and this guy thought that, typically demons and cavalry have a boost versus siege.
Right.
But I'd love to see the actual statistics on this, but you can see that, the troop special doesn't play as much of a role as, and I've tested this, doesn't play as much of a role as other things. So
Interesting.
These guys were comparable opponents versus each other, but the T5 Siege just owned.
So somehow it's whether it's like a skill tree or technology or knowledge, something played a big role there.
I'd love to see what the armor both these guys had on. And
equipment, absolutely.
This is a good real life example of even though that demons have the advantage over siege, it still didn't play much of a role here.
Yep, definitely an interesting one.
Yeah. All right, so next up. Revenge. And this was a baby.
Holy smokes.
Baby onslaught. This was against an actual player and knocks him in half.
Man. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. This was a good one. And we don't get to see everything this guy had. He had a lot of T1s, T2s. But to be at 1 million influence one day, and then the next morning you're at like 40 million. That's 100 million to 40 million.
That is rough. I think sometimes with these onslaughts, right, when you look at the influence loss, it's a little deceiving because you don't know what every person in the onslaught lost.
Yes.
But just looking at this by itself, it's like 760,000 to 50 plus million.
Yeah.
It looks completely absurd.
Right. It still was a pretty good one-sided slot.
Had to have been, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because even if all five... How many people were in the onslaught? You said two. Oh, it's just two.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even if the other guy lost 1 million as well, 1 million or so, that's nothing.
Right.
Nothing.
Absolutely. Great hit. Awesome job.
Decimation.
And then last but not least, we have this one. Onslaught, Deglore. Let me bring this one up because this is
that
awesome.
208 million?
Yeah, so this was against the Pop. And yeah. Lost 200 million in this one hit.
Who was that had 2.2 billion?
So with the Pop, the way that it's added up is just everybody in the clan. It's not everybody even in the Pop. It's just everybody in that particular clan.
Okay.
So it's skewed.
I missed where you said it was at the Pop. Okay.
It's still, I love the 36 participation from his clan.
Amazing. Yeah.
That's
good job. Good
that's
job.
That's a good clan. Rod, Reapers of Death. That's a good name. Yeah. That's amazing right there.
Percy Pounder. I think that might have some kind of double meaning there.
Maybe.
It's possible.
I don't want to mess with this guy. He knows what he's doing.
No, he pounds Persies.
And 8.3 million for an onslaught. That's a pretty good sized onslaught. That has to be one of the biggest onslaughts that I've seen in normal
awesome.
in number wise.
Yeah.
8.3 million.
Congrats, Reapers of Death, for bringing it to the table.
Yeah, obviously we don't have the whole picture here.
No,
but shoot, man, that's this guy. He didn't lose a single influence. He didn't lose any troops doing this.
Yeah,
just obliterating. So there we go.
Good work, guys.
Best KVK for now. I'm going to come on with another video because I got a lot. So this is just kind of like an intermission for KVK.
All right.
All right, guys.
See if the magic happens.
The moment everybody's been waiting for.
All right.
We're going to draw out of the pot.
Yes. Draw a name completely at random.
Yes. I got everybody's name here.
No outside influences.
That's right. Why would you even...
All right. Everyone's comments.
Everybody's comments printed off, and
exactly.
Without looking eyes shut, first one is
yes,
Breknar.
Yes, it's me. I won.
How did your comment get into you? Did you make a comment?
Well, yeah.
Why would you do that?
Did you give it away $100? Why would I not?
Breknar. Breknar.
You drew the name already. We could just stop it.
Breknar. How many comments did you make? You can't.
It was a lot of comments.
Dude, I'm going to have to redo the whole thing now.
Or
you can't
you could just send me the $100. No. Seems like the easier option.
You can't be on the video and get the $100 too.
I don't see the problem with this.
Man, how did you think this is going to go down? Like
the way I imagined it.
Yeah.
You reach in,
right?
You draw out my name. You send me $100. It's pretty simple, really.
I guess that's the mind of Breknar. All right, I'm going to reset this, and we'll get a real name here, okay, guys? You can't do that at all. I'm going to have to... All right, here we go. Third time here. Mix it up.
Yep.
Right here. Here it is. And the winner is...
Ragnar Wolf. Well, do I have to read this whole thing? Hey, WWM, you'll most likely hit over 10,000 subscribers easily once every Viking knows you exist. I will send my warlords to spread word throughout the entire kingdom.
Blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
However, the Plarium God needs to hide or he might experience the Blood Eagle up the... What?
Up the ass?
What is this?
What's the Blood Eagle? Hey, that was actually a pretty good comment.
It sounds bad.
All right. That's the real deal. And Ranger, hey, I'll get the money to you whatever way you want. I'll send you a check, PayPal.
Ragnar.
And
Ragnar.
Ranger. You're not getting anything. Sorry, buddy.
I still think you owe me $200. You drew my name twice.
Did you just like randomly make comments on...
Hey, man. For the win.
All right, guys. Hey, thanks for watching as always.